today I am speaking to someone that really needs no introduction. Someone that our crew looks up to in a big way. So today it is my absolute pleasure to be speaking with, in my opinion, one of the most influential b-boys ever, Bboy Born, representing Rivers, Ready to Rock, Mighty Zulu Kings, Floor Gangs, TFS, and probably some others that I've forgotten, Born.
Yeah. Word up, yo. What's up, man? Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited,
Thank you very
And
much, man, for being here. How are you?
good, man. Like, not much, but just stay grinding.
Stay grinding.
Much as I can, like over here I'm living in Jersey City, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm working in New York City most of the time. So it's like getting better now after vaccine and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And right now it's kind of get better, but you never know. So you still try to be safe,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and things always moving, So I'm moving too. So yep.
Cool. You've lived over there for about 10 years, right?
Yeah, almost 10 years. I get New York City 2012. So yeah, next year it is 10 years, I guess.
And it might be an obvious question, and I'm jumping ahead in your story a little bit, but
Uh-huh.
what made you move to that part of the world?
Uh, Actually, I met my wife like 2008
Okay.
in Michigan,
Uh-huh.
and she used to study in Michigan from the New York City University, which is NIU. But I met her in Michigan because of there was some small event, and we fall in love, and and I come see her from Seoul to New York City
Mm-hmm.
many times,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it's like a lot of money,
Of course, yeah.
like taking flight and see her, and of course I have a crew in New York City too,
Mm-hmm.
but the big reason is I come to see her,
Right.
and then finally have a decision. Maybe I can live with her, and I can do something, going to another door to living another lifestyle.
Yes.
So, and then I get married in 2012. And then from that time, I'm just keep growing.
Cool. You
Yeah.
haven't looked back, right?
I mean, I'm always look back as much as I can, you
Okay.
know, but sometimes the life puts you on some random spot also. You never really plan, or you never really thought about it,
Yeah.
just take you somewhere. So I'm the person that I'm not afraid for that kind of thing. I'm always open my mind, and I've been travel around the world before I
Mm-hmm.
get New York City, and maybe in my mind I want to live somewhere for sure
Mm-hmm.
that time, and things get just naturally come to me. And
Mm-hmm.
now is, I'm always like feeling new every day,
Cool.
because everything's pretty much new to me, because it's totally different lifestyle and culture
Right.
uh, between Korea and here in state.
Of course.
So yeah, so I'm just, a learning process, is,
Cool.
I
But
think that's the life in general for everybody, I guess.
absolutely, you have to put yourself outside of your comfort zone, no?
Mm-hmm.
And you
Mm-hmm.
did that moving to New York. But does it feel like home, or New Jersey City, that area, the tri-state area? Does it feel like home?
Yeah, it's a little more chill than New York City, and honestly, it's more cheaper than New York City too.
Right.
But the over here is amazing culture that I never really seen before too. Like especially hip hop culture for sure. Like
Mm.
New Jersey hip hop is like a deep history also. But
Mm-hmm.
before I only know New York City, maybe LA, maybe Midwest, but Jersey City is, I mean, Jersey is like really dope to see amazing history in this area also. So
Cool.
I love being over here in Jersey. I actually, and at the same time, I can go to New York easy too. It's like 10 minutes away to take the train. So, basically my playground is Jersey and New York City right now. So
Very cool. You have it all at your fingertips. No, you have it all very close. You have it in terms of hip hop, you have everything that you need close by, no?
yeah, basically, yeah, everything's is deep over here, and everything is like most of the things like all connect too. So that's the thing that I'm hard to see in the actually my country in Korea back then is like pretty much separating. Um, I mean, not everybody though. Most of the time, what I saw is culture is kind of separating.
Like the elements, the different elements.
Yeah, yeah. Simple. Graffiti hard to see in the b-boy jam, and
Yeah.
hard to see the MC around the b-boy ciphers or whatever. It's like over here. It's like very natural to me. It's like you don't have to be like amazing sponsorship, whatever, big money, whatever, but it's always together and support each other.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I really like, amazing to see, like I learn a lot.
Cool, very cool. I think that exists in a lot of places. That's part of our organization in Belfast, Fifth Element. That is part of the objective, is to bring all of the elements closer together, and then then that we are going to be stronger. We are going to make more progress together.
Yeah. We live together basically. So like support each other, not just like about like money wise, but still like just the spirit wise, like just props each other.
Yeah.
Take care, like just a call messaging, whatever, like I think that's what this world need more,
Yes.
not just the hip hop wise, I guess. So yeah, man. So I just can't wait, man. Like actually, like this summer have a lot of the event going on, especially in Jersey.
Cool.
Because the last year was a pandemic hard, so
Yeah.
most of the event canceled. So now this year is kind of like, yo, let's bring it back. And on there's some the outdoor events coming up this month and next month. So I'm gonna be the part of that event also. So yeah, man.
Very
Can't
cool.
wait.
Very cool. Well, yo, let's take it back a little bit, man. We're speaking about Jersey and New York City, but I want to ask you about before all that, how you discovered hip hop in Korea. I have here that before you saw breaking, you were already listening to hip hop.
Oh yeah, yep.
So what were you listening to?
Oh shit. I mean, Cypress Hill was my first.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, hip hop track for sure. I was I think 12 years old, and just after listening that, and I just started wearing baggy pants and like, hip hop. I didn't really understand the hip hop culture, but I'm trying to like biting the style that I love, and then yeah, actually the music, my friend hooked me up. He was also young too because we are the same age, but he's like one of my main the guy that, yo, check this out, check this and check that. Like more than the music too. Like I used to love drawing before breaking,
Mhm.
and me and him we try to painting like animation all the time, trying to do. I was really want to be the animator when I
Uh-huh.
was young, but he going that life, but I couldn't go. I was like kind of like not ready for that. But he showed me that Cypress Hill, you know, the album Inside the Membrane, I think. And then uh and then after I started listening Japanese hip hop too.
Okay.
The classic 90s and stuff like that. Because he can go to travel to Japan easy that time
Right.
because of his family size. So he bring Japanese animation, the music. So
Mhm.
when I go to his crib, I can see something all the time, like some new stuff. So that was the big inspiration to listen in hip hop stuff like that, you know.
Cool. And then so it was a little bit later the first time you saw breaking.
Yeah, later, like 3, 4 years later.
Okay. And so I guess well, so that's kind of interesting. At the time then in Korea or in that part of the world, maybe the elements were quite separate also. If it took
Uh-huh.
you, you know, 3 or 4 years
Mm.
to experience breaking after you started to listen to rap. Do you think? Does that
Mm.
make sense?
I
It's not
mean,
like you
yeah.
started to listen to rap and immediately you were exposed to breaking. It's like it took a few
Oh
years.
yeah, it's a different process for sure. But
Right,
I start I start graffiti before breaking also
right. Mm-hmm.
because of the music actually because I saw the album cover uh the back in '97 the it's called the HOT, the Korean, the rap like K-pop group back in the
Okay.
day. So they first time bring that graffiti into album cover. But actually that graffiti style is amazing even till nowadays because
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they cooperation with some the writer from LA, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So they're cooperating with some dope ass writers in LA back in '97. And I saw that in when I was young, and I would just try to do the fighting the style, doing the same thing. And then one day I grabbed the spray can and then I just started bombing my house first.
Okay.
So and then people don't like it, like
Right.
it's a kind of mess it up thing. And then I invite my friends to my house and painting inside of my house and just having my boys and just enjoy just the dance, not breaking though, just the dance, play the music,
Right. And play the music and move.
yeah, just the move, whatever, and then I saw breaking few years later. So
Okay.
so I know what you're saying though. Like maybe you can start something other stuff first and then transfer to the other is I think that's blessing. I think that's really cool thing.
Well,
Maybe some
everyone
people,
has their own
yeah,
ways that they get into the culture, right? And I
yeah,
guess everyone has one medium that they,
yeah.
you know, I was it. I just I got into rap before I got into b-boying. I got
Oh
really,
word,
you
oh
know,
word
like,
up.
but not even rapping, but just I hadn't. It was like I sort of discovered when I discovered hip hop when I was like 16. It was like
Mm,
90s East Coast
mm,
rap, and I was like, whoa,
mm-hmm,
like this is, and it wasn't what I thought rap was, but it took me like a year or
mm,
year or 18 months then to get into b-boying.
mm,
You know, so I think probably very few people the first time they experience hip hop, it's at a jam with
mm,
graffiti,
mm,
breaking, rapping. Like maybe that's more possible now. I don't know.
mm.
Would be I
Yeah.
have never spoken to someone
Mm,
that is an adult that the first time they were exposed to hip hop was at a
mm,
an all elements jam, for example.
yeah,
So
it's
maybe
pretty
we
hard
need
to
we
say.
need
Yeah,
more of that, you know?
yeah, we need more there for sure. I guess back then was more for sure.
Right.
A lot of the energy sharing together.
Mm,
Uh, you know, that's what I saw. The videotape play. it's like everything put together, especially B-Boy Summit, you know, like
Right.
everything was all together, right? Like, so yeah, that's the kind of thing. I know it's hard too, for sure. It's a hard organization, you know, organizing is hard, put everybody together. But I think that's what they need, yo. Like just
Yeah.
put all together much as we can, and showing the younger generation to show what's going on. What's the about, you know?
Yeah. And I think it helps to, if there's more to see, then, you know, because some people are going to see breaking and think, I can never do that. Or they're going to see graffiti and think, well, that's not for me. But if they see all the elements at once, they're more likely to think, oh, well, I can do that. Or,
Yeah.
well, I like this side of it more. Like, you know,
Or
obviously, in a
uh-huh.
perfect world, we are all elements. We all do all the elements in hip hop, but that's a lot to ask for someone starting.
Mm-hmm. More opportunity for sure.
Yeah, you know. And so then I think the first time you saw it then was there was some different crews. The first time you saw breaking was some different crews dancing, doing like a show maybe on the street, something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, actually the I saw the break-in there was in the park. So
Okay.
actually there was a Rivers, because Rivers
Mhm.
was my neighbors, you know, back in the day, same school, you know. And I know them already before I get into breaking, because they are already famous in my town.
Right.
So that park also is famous park for artists. Like there's a lot of paintings going on. I'm not the graffiti though, but a lot of painters, actors, comedians. You know, it's for like artists,
For
like a
the arts.
space. Yeah. So you can see also like street dance every weekend too. So
Cool.
sometimes they battling, you know, sometimes they just freestyling. And then I saw the windmill on the concrete, like no cover, no floor, nothing. Super dope style. And I was like, yeah, yo, I'm a b-boy from today, because I don't even know how to do it, but I think I got it. So, you know, I starting
Very
from
cool.
that day. Yeah, since
Cool.
that day.
And I have here a couple of your early crews, NJP
Yep.
and Super Chair crew.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
can you
yo.
tell me about, you know, because you've been around a long time, Born. You've been,
Uh-huh.
you know, you really have
Uh,
been, and you've been like a high profile b-boy for a long time. But can you
nah.
talk about the influence of those two early crews on you in your early days?
Oh yeah, word up, man. I'm still, you know, NJP.
Right.
NJP crew is my first crew.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm still NJP, man. Like never
Cool.
faded out. And
Big up
also,
NJP.
yeah, NJP is like, yeah, I started breaking after that the park situation, and then I just practiced with my friends only, and the same school friends, you know, and never learned from somebody. We just doing our, you know, you know, just doing it thing. And then I met NJP, um, some other practicing spot a few years later, maybe 1 year later. And I saw high level of a breaking finally.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they already famous too. NJP
Okay.
was like almost a rival of Rivers that time. So, but different, little different area.
Okay.
So I met NJP actually a little far away from where I live,
Uh-huh.
because I went that spot because I wanna see them, right? So I go with my friend just to sit down and just watching what they're doing it. And actually, that was amazing. So after that, I just keep going this spot, and you know, just keep going. Every after school, just go there. And one day, our leader over NJP, his name's a B-boy Goguma. He first time let us do some battle with them,
Mm-hmm.
other crew, like some crew that like close, you know. So he led us to battle with the NJP. So
Cool.
it was pretty dope, right?
Very dope.
So I did some power move because I only do the power that time.
Cool.
Um, yeah, ground stuff, you know, not
I have
good.
in my notes that you said in another interview that NJP was the crew that really um, instilled in you the musicality and sort of
Yeah,
helped you expand
yeah,
beyond like power moves.
yes. So yeah, after that battle, I'm kind of being like, "Ah, damn, this this shit is hard, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
doesn't really, you know, I couldn't really good at that battle. So, you know, I was young, kind of like, like not really like, like happy. And
Mm.
then my boy, my brother Goguma came to me. He's like, yo, maybe you should do this and that. And he teaching me the 5 step of footwork,
Mm-hmm.
and also basic top rock stuff, because he already mastered that time. Not so many people really doing foundation or original style of breaking that time,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but he already like a master himself. Maybe because of the videotape he got. That's the Bboy Summit 95,
Wow.
96,
And how do you get
Breakaway.
that? How did he get that in Korea?
I don't know. I don't even
Because you
know.
can understand it circulating in the United States and even in wow, but it traveling as far as Korea seems
Yeah,
far.
yeah. That time we don't really have online
Of course,
the
yeah.
marketing stuff. So I guess he finds some videotape, somebody leave in state, and pass him to hand it to hand probably. And he got some the Mauricio documentary too that time.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and he got the tape actually. Friends over Mauricio. He's a Korean also. That time he used to b-boy too.
Mm-hmm.
So him and Goguma is good friends. So
Okay.
when he come back to the Korea, giving us a tape. So he's kind of like guy that have a dope video and selection in his crib.
Yeah, which is
So
important.
yeah, yeah. How you see that? You know how you get the tape? You know what I'm saying? Like, so basically, he invited his crib after I learned foundation, right? And then my life changed, man. I'm still
Mm.
remember how I turned into the understanding, not understanding, but like listening to music finally, because it's like this. I wasn't really getting into it, but just because of the foundation makes me bring in that, you know, bring me to the spot that I can actually listen to music.
Yeah, it kind of opened your mind to
Yeah,
how or opened the door in terms of
yeah,
like, oh wow, that I can appreciate the music and break in a way that is
yeah,
hmm,
yeah. So yeah, before, man, I don't even look at his style. Be honestly, I only focus on the flare 90
right.
windmill halos. That's the only I want to really focus on. And then after he teach me that, I'm like, should I do this? You know what I mean? Like, and then
Mm.
I try, and I was really feeling good. I was like, yeah, maybe this is the way I'm gonna do it. For
Mm.
this a breaking. So yeah, after that, I was studying hard to go to his crib, watching some videotapes, and buy some gear that really makes sense. Like, like a superstar and Puma suede,
Right.
um, and dope training pants or jeans, Adidas or something like that. I'm trying to study that the passion wise too.
So yeah,
And
you had
also,
some idea of the fashion from
yeah,
early, yeah.
yeah, after 5 steps, and then
The five step and then
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah,
outfit.
just the going in, and actually, so we're the NJP, we're kind of flip the style that the era too altogether. Not just me, honestly. Red Foot was there too,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
he was the same crew. And I'm not sure B-boy Soul Soy from Gamblers. He also used to NJP also,
Okay.
and we're kind of like trying to make this. I mean, do that style whole crew in Korea. foundation, original B-Born.
Which was maybe not what most of the Korean crews were doing.
No. But I know 2 crew, they does that style too. So they're kind of far away from where we're practicing, but we try to contact them somehow. And then we finally invite them to our practice spot. And then we did an amazing battle that night.
Cool.
It was only style battle, not like air tracks. I mean, we do air tracks power for sure because we already had it, and then we just change it to the original styles, you know. So they also the crew name is the action crew.
Cool. Shout out the action crew.
Yeah, shout out to the action crew, yo. They're amazing, super style. Some guys still get down, still breaking.
Cool.
Rest in peace, B-Boy Bill. Is one of the big inspiration even till nowadays. B-Boy Bill, rest in peace. And yeah, that after that battle, actually a lot of crews come to see watching that battle too. That time it was like Rivers, BL crew, you know, back in the maybe Expression crew. I guess there's some of them. Ducky, I think, was there too to watching. So we are kind of did some like a new style of the battle that night.
Right.
I wish we have that tape, man. I know somebody has it, but it's so hard to, you know, transfer, find out, you know.
This is what happens though, you know, and it's different now because for better or for worse, everything is filmed. I think there is also something a bit more magical about not everything being on film all the time, and I think that there's something you know, I'm not going to go into it, but there's something that I don't personally like about everything being. I think even it might have even been Mr. Wiggles that said that it's like back in the day, B-boys didn't want anything filmed because if it's filmed, then other people can bite your moves.
Word, you don't have to recording the whole thing for sure. That's true. Is our in mind, and you know, we never faded out, you know.
Right.
Yeah, man. But you know, still want to check it out, you know.
Of course, like, of course.
Because I want to fruit, you know, not just talking, you know what I'm saying? So and his story is important too. So, you know.
Absolutely.
And yeah, man. So we had a good battle for sure. Yeah.
Cool. Born, just give me 1 sec, man. I've just got.
All right, no doubt. It's
literally gonna be.
Me too.
Again. So then, can I ask you, how did you get put on with Rivers?
Rivers. Oh yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, it's long story too, but yeah, the NJP crew. You know, I was, you know, like we doing a lot of battle and stuff. Like after that, the action battle, we kind of have like a, you know, more motivation from that, and then we just keep battling other crews. You know, there was no competition that time, so we just gotta hit them up first and then meet somewhere and then just battling and
Cool.
being know each other. And then every most of the crew, I was the young guy, and other guys have to go to army and the type. So
Mm.
so it's kind of broken out, you know. And I was like, damn, you know, like damn, yo. So and then, but I don't want to stop, so I'm just keep going with a few other members from the NJP, Food and Juno, and just a few. And we sometimes we collaborate. I mean, we sometimes we just, you know, practice in this spot and the other crew spot, you know. And then um my boy Sour Soy got down gamblers that time because, you know, he had to he sting too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And and then gamblers be like going crazy because it was like a project crew, but
Mm.
it's already dope b-boys put together, that type of stuff, you know. So they made a big noise that time. And competition era started too. So b-boy unit stuff like that is it started in Korea. There was the early 2000, 2002, 3, one, I mean 2000, 2000, 2001,
Mm-hmm.
starting competition era. And then gamblers hit me up too, like, yo, we gonna enter the battle of the year, Korea. So
Mm-hmm.
if we won, we can go to Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yo, that's crazy, yo, that's my dream, you know. So
Mm.
and then they say only maybe just for this competition. I'm not down you to be down the gamblers. So I'm like, actually, that's all right, that's cool, you know. So because they need some foundation of, you know, style.
Right.
You know, most of the guys are doing a, you know, blow up and stuff. So you
Yes. So
know,
they need someone to do the others
yeah,
and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, because it's for the competition time, you know. So yeah, I'm like, but the honestly whole gambler crew is my brothers, yo, too. Still, you know,
Mm.
we good, we are friend, you know.
Cool.
I never forget about that, all the troubles, the battle with the gamblers, you know. I appreciate that. And I entered Battle Beer Korea and we won. So so we go to the Germany and then back to Korea. I'm like, yo, I gotta do my own crew. So I hit other NJP guy, hit them up. Yo, let's meet up. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of got inspiration. I met Pokemon that year. Like we battled in ciphers and stuff like that. Like it was amazing. Um, Brahim and Lilu and all that, like Ludorf, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
we battling actually the cipher hard. It was a pretty party. So I want that kind of like that vibe bring into Korea. So I was looking for the the b-boy that who down with me, and I find some really dope. The crew that time is called the Unlike Harmony crew. They also looking for some other the crew that to put all together. I mean, like not collab, like something like, you know, like put together. They try to looking for the crew too. So we're kind of click, and we're actually thinking same way as, you know, like very similar mind as mind about the
The same
b-boy,
vision, the same
same vision.
ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we call it just the super chill crew. I just call it. I don't know how it's coming, but you know, we loved that like a chair style at the time, and
Right.
put another.
I was
different
thinking
style.
it must come from like air chair, chair freeze, something.
Yeah,
but yeah.
we do that all the time, like, but like with the like different ways, you know. So yeah, we are vibe out that time. I think there was a 2002, around 3, and then we broken again because of the army situation again. So, and then I'm like, damn, yo, this a Bieber journey is hard, you know,
Yeah.
because of the life situation. But I understand it, because some guy had to go to different university, different country for the study, and not just about military, like go to the different thing, like for life, you know.
Of course,
So
yeah.
not just for crew, you know what I'm saying, sometimes. So I understanding. And then at the time I was just doing my solo thing, like enter solo battles, you know, try to represent hard much as I can. And that time Rivers, little Rivers, his name Marin, he just hit me up and he want me to down Rivers, but make sure we vibe out, we know each other first, you know, not just
Mm.
put you down.
He doesn't want you
So,
to be. He wants to know you a
no,
little bit before.
yeah,
I
not
like that.
like,
That's cool. That's
yeah,
cool.
not like enter the battle right now, you know, because we already know each other a long time though. We
Okay.
already
Okay.
know, yeah, but still want to know like real family, you
A
know,
little bit
like really
deeper. A
know,
little bit
yeah,
deeper, maybe.
yeah, like human wise. So
Mm.
I'm like, yo, that's amazing, that's dope. Okay, so I'm just vibing with the Rivers for just the 1 years maybe. Just go to travel together, hanging out, you know, doing soccer, sports, whatever. Like go to the like arcade
Chilling.
bar,
Yeah.
yeah, to do the gaming, like just drinking beers and talking,
Cool. Dog.
you know. And then I saw Rivers is actually really amazing to have a crew, but more like a family
Mm.
wise. Barely know each other well, and always laughing, always like funny situation coming, like always like happy, like love, meeting each other like more than actually real family.
Yeah.
Every day meeting up, you know, just hanging out. They used to the lighting bike, everybody, not me. Bike everywhere. I was just the backseat, you know, just go with them. You know, pretty scary, but you know, I
Your
had to.
word, yeah.
And yeah, and then I become Rivers. And then and then you know I starting battle little by little,
Mm-hmm.
3-on-3, 2-on-2, and then after enter with the Rivers, like with the crew battle, big stuff, you know. So it was like more like family, really family,
Yeah.
you know. So
Very cool. Shout out to Uya Crews, but shout out to Rivers, and shout out to all the crews that
yeah,
are good,
basically,
not
man.
just dog
Yeah,
b-boys, but dog people. I think we need
yeah,
to that what you explained about that, the
yeah.
connection on a personal level to have
Yes,
with the
sir.
people in your crew is not, people don't talk about that enough. That is,
Yeah,
it's important, right?
very important. And that's, I mean, we're human, you know. You being human, you know. Um, we're we can take care of each other. It's like a brotherhood, you know. And sometimes, you know, you having hard life, and
Exactly.
you have a people that help you anytime, anywhere. I'm still
Mm.
in Jersey City, Rivers in the Korea, but
Hmm.
we're still help and sharing the energy each other,
Mm.
no matter what, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know it's a pretty hard, but it never faded away, you know. It's the same.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No,
So
yeah. I don't want to compare our crew to Rivers, but it's, I'm in Spain and my Irish guys are still my, you know, we speak every day. There's these interviews that I do from here, helping out the organization, and I think that the crews that have that connection are the ones that stay together for the longest time.
Yeah. Yep.
Because there are roots there that are deeper than just learning moves.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
Also, yeah, man, like, yeah, it's dope thing that I do in a, you know, hip hop, you know, community. And you know what I'm saying, like, it
Mm.
just really, like, I can't even explaining, man, this kind of stuff, you know, like, you know, like crews and you know, it's like you actually really really trust each other, you know. But honestly, man, like, it just a just the hip hop community in general is amazing, is dope, because sometimes you go to like different city, you never been
Yeah.
there, and you find some people, the writers or MC or b-boy, you never met each other, but he's gonna come to you
Yeah.
and bring you to the right place,
Absolutely.
and show you what's going on.
Yeah. And it
And
doesn't always happen like that, but it happens. It still happens quite a lot, and yeah, it's a really beautiful thing, actually.
word up, man, word up.
Yeah.
I'm sometimes I stuck in some like airport, you know, sometimes, and I'm trying to thinking, oh, who's in this city, you
Right.
know, and call him, and he just come get me, like,
Right.
no matter what. Like, he had to do his stuff too, but you know, it's like, I take care of you, you know, like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
really family wise, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
so yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's so amazing.
Well, that's a very good message to promote. You know, we all gotta, not just in hip hop, but definitely also in hip hop, look after each other, and you know, being
Hmm.
it's part of the it comes with getting involved in the scene, is making the effort to help other people too. You know, it's nice to be the one who is always helped, but we got to be everyone also has to help where they can help and contribute where they, and sometimes it's, yeah, really sometimes it can be, yeah, just hanging out with someone for an hour and making the effort to do that. That can mean a lot,
Hmm.
you know,
Hmm.
when someone is stuck, you know. So
Yeah.
very cool, man. Is this right that the first time that Alien S saw you, or well, maybe not the first time, but Alien S saw you break and thought that you were from the Bronx?
Yeah. Yeah, he
That
was
is so
like,
ill, man. That is such a cool. And shout out to Alien S. We definitely want to speak to him at some stage.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, having him
So
for this show.
that would be cool. So can you explain that? Because that I read that and it
uh,
made me smile. I thought that was so cool.
yeah, I mean, he's yeah, I met Ness the IVE 2005.
Right.
And it was we did a, like a serious battle. I think most of the people know.
Mm,
And then I already know Ness for sure. You know, I already knew him. I study his style.
right.
And it was an honor, man. It was like a week, kind of like a wild battle. It was we had to stop for some reason. I think because the battle was too tight, so
Right.
had to stop the, you know, like, yo chill, you know what I mean, like. And then and then he came to me. He was like, yo, who are you? I'm like, what, you know, my name is Born. And then he's like, yo, damn, man, I thought you from like Bronx. And then we just starting battle again. And then after whole battle, he came to me again and showed me a lot of respect, because that's
Cool.
after battle. So I was kind of surprised too. This guy actually really, really nice. You know, I
Yeah.
was really a little scary about
Right.
him too. You know, so but he came to me and they show love. And he kind of makes me that I'm not gonna have to confuse about the style, because at that time, um, I'm kind of confused, yo, because I didn't sure this style is right or wrong, because a
So
lot of people,
he gave you confidence that you were on the right
yeah,
path.
yeah, to keep it going, the style, because that time
Very
a lot
cool.
of haters too, a
Right.
lot of haters. People think I'm just biters and
Damn.
New York style, you know, or
Oh, damn.
you know, he doesn't do powers. And but I was like, that's what I've been doing too, you know. I've never been Bronx, but I've been doing this style
Mm.
from where I'm from, NJP and all that. But that was really awesome that like some originals come to me and giving me props. Like
But
that's
that's a
like,
huge. That's I think that's a very. I think like in terms of probably I don't know alienness, but how I imagine that like that was he was giving you a big compliment when he said that. When
yeah,
you hear him how he talks about the Bronx and how he talks about how important the Bronx is in hip hop and all of that, like he was saying when he says something like that, it means a lot. I think.
yeah, and even not just the nest too, though. Like technique was there,
So
and
yeah.
Rego, you know, those guys. Same thing to technique was to teach me some footwork right after battle too, like some
Cool.
CC, you know, CC and original. I think he tried to teach me some like original go off style, like just doing the front footwork.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of thing that I was like, yo, wow, you guys really open the mind,
Mm.
you know,
Mm.
to real recognize real, you know, and you know, and it was amazing, man. Like IVE 2005, I met Ness and technique and Rego that I really look up to before, and you know, and then I got more confidence, you know.
And you got down with MZK a couple years later, right?
Later, yeah, later,
Cool.
yeah.
And can I ask you, man, because a big inspiration from our crew is Ready to Rock. So can I ask you how you got down with them? Shout
Yeah,
out to everyone from Ready to Rock, Q Rock, Floor Phantom, everyone.
yeah. Shout out to everybody, yo. Yeah, man. RTR is actually starting from the Bronx, New
Yeah.
York, and in the 80s. Um, and also it started with the graffiti crew,
Yes.
and that kind of stuff that I didn't know before I moved to New York City.
Mm.
And I wasn't ready to rock for since I moved to New York City, like for 2 years, I guess. Like but Phantom, I kick it with the Phantom all the time. You know, Phantom and Yas go to their house in the Bronx, just to vibe out, rocking. He make the beats and just listening. They rap, you know, like just a
Mm-hmm.
good vibe. You know, I was really inspiration every day. And then one day, I starting graffiti like really seriously, like bring it back. You know, because I already
Right.
started,
Exactly.
and I feel like I gotta do it again in New York City, because everywhere is graffiti. So it's like makes me like, yo, do it, do it, do it, you know, when I just walk on the street. So I'm like, yo, I gotta do it like seriously. And Phantom and Yas, they already writing too. So they kind of teach me some stuff there like from like New York style, and Yas teach me some like Perry Prince style. And that time Phantom was like, yo, you gotta see my original Ready to Rock brothers. So I'm like, who? So he say, Sham, TFS crew. So
Mm-hmm.
so basically we the Ready to Rock had was original crew, that the graffiti crew, right? But also we have few different graffiti crew in the Ready to Rock too. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
not in the Ready to Rock, but it's just like a whole family.
Associated or kind of
Yeah,
that comes
yeah,
from Ready to Rock.
big,
Huh?
big, yeah, very big graffiti crew for sure.
Oh,
But b-boy wise, it's not big, but you know, you know, it's like doesn't really matter, you know.
yeah.
So he say like, yo, Sham is having he have the tattoo shop in the Bronx. Maybe if you want to learn the tattoo also, and I take you. So you know, basically, some it's dope because I was looking for the thing that I can live with it, not just the break, you know. I was
Mm.
you know, I was a professional b-boy in the Korea, but over here in USA, it's a different, totally
Are you a
different.
tattoo artist now, Born? Is that how you? Is that your job?
Yeah, that's my
Very
job,
dope.
man.
Yeah.
That's my
I
you know,
assumed it was your job, but I didn't.
yeah.
I didn't know for sure.
Oh yeah, I was a low key for the tattooing actually, but I've been tattooing for 8 years now too. So I'm still,
So,
you know, learning though. I'm not, you know, perfect yet, but I know what I'm doing. And yeah, basically Shem teach me graffiti, tattoo at the same time. So even White Monkey, aka He's, shout out to He's, yo. Those two guys like really teach me like stuff that I got lucky. And maybe because it's a brotherhood, maybe because they respect how I've been doing
mm,
about the breaking, because they're a b-boy too back in the day, but still get down though. But you know what I mean, like, so we know that feeling. So um teaching tattooing is hard, man. It's not easy thing, you know.
mm.
And they kind of opened the door for me, and I used to go to shop every day, and 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 I got down ready to rock that time.
In the shop.
uh yeah, in the shop, at the shop. And Q Rock came through, and Phantom always coming to chill, and Q Rock coming to the shop with the 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 movie filmmakers that time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that movie I think still working on. I guess it's like a documentary. So
About what,
uh,
Bronx hip hop or something like that? Or
about everything of hip hop in the worldwide.
oh, cool.
But yeah, most of the one I think Kurak is a part of the documentary. There's a
Okay.
few guys like Taisuke, because the movie director from the Japan. So she came with the
Mm,
Kurak the other day in the Bronx at the shop, and we had a crazy night too. Like get down outside, like ciphers on the street. Some OG came through, showing what's going on. Video RIP, and Babara too. They came also and get down with us, and doing some cool interviews and black books, and that was dope time, man. So I got down ready to rock that day, and it was a me, Boyo, C's also. We three of us get down together. So
oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Damn.
So ready to rock is like, yo, give me the like lifestyle, man. Like it's like the
Ready
lifestyle
to
in the
Rock
New York.
has, I mean, there's something I think a little bit special about Ready to Rock in terms of their, I
Yeah,
guess maybe just because they're a Bronx, like a Bronx crew.
yeah. It's like very the brotherhood in the New York City. So
Mm,
and everyone is kind of low key, and
mm,
you can really find out them in online. If we come New York City, you know what's up. And
mm.
but it's hard to know because they're always represent the Bronx, and you got to know the person. You know what I'm saying? Like not
Yeah.
like, you know,
You got to
research it.
not exactly invited in, but you have to. Yeah, there's a bit of there's some
Yeah,
contact that you need to have.
yeah. So Phantom was the bridge for connect to the TFS. So uh TFS is the biggest graffiti crew in New York City, like
So
worldwide. Yeah, actually worldwide too. So it's kind of like new, like a new world for me. Like open it
right.
up, and then I was like, yo, you guys actually really live it. Been a long time, like
And
30
that.
years.
Mhm. And just to bring it, but that's what I was kind of trying to say at the start of the interview is that uh, now that you are in Jersey City but spending so much time in New York, you have all of these, like that maybe could only, not that it could only happen in New York, but you are in the place of such a, obviously the birthplace of hip hop and such a special place for
Yeah,
such kind of rich uh terrain or rich ground for that kind of, for those kinds of crews and that kind of activity. You know, it's just so. that's why like it's just so it's such a beautiful place in that way.
Yeah, 100%. I got lucky and I met some really greatest people in this area, the country that I'm not born,
Mm.
you know, and it's all about trust each other and I'm also try to do bring my good positive energy for everybody
Yeah, to
also. But
contribute. Uh-huh.
yeah, so but we recognize and it's more than like definitely hip hop that's ready to rock. So
Very dope.
yeah.
Very dope, man. Well, I don't have too much else to ask you, honestly.
All right.
I don't know if you've got any last things you want to say, or any shout outs you want to give, or anything like that.
Uh, man, I mean, just thank you, man. Thanks for having me for this show,
Thank you.
and thanks for the give me some like cool interview and that you already researched. But like, I think that's honor for me, and
My pleasure, man.
and yeah, man, just shout out to everybody, man. Like for uh this time is hard and pretty crazy time we're living right nowadays, and I think if we keep going with the good energy and positive mind, we can do something more better than before or this, or let's just live and celebrating life,
Yeah.
and let's keep going, let's keep going. We don't have time for complaining each other. We just keep going. Bring your energy and soul what you're doing.
Great advice. I was going to
Yeah.
ask you maybe any advice to any young b-boys.
Yeah, the study, but have fun with the study because you love what you do, and there's a lot of information for you. It's not for me, it's not for you, it's for you.
Mm.
The information is for you, just there, but it's just how you find out.
Do you
and
think we maybe
keep,
lost that idea of having fun? I feel like sometimes
yeah, having fun is
sometimes
the
you go to
yeah,
jams and you're like, this
yeah.
isn't actually like fun. Not you go to events, let's say, or competitions, and you go like, this isn't actually fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, having fun part, we forgot that for sure. Yeah, let's having fun, have some fun. um or good, just have some fun, especially ciphers, and keep digging, just keep digging what you love, anything that can be, you can digging. So share with your friend, share with your family, from your cipher first, and then if it is maybe
Mm.
thrive, that's gonna be great, that's gonna be dope. So
Dope, man. That's a great message to end on. Dig, study, and have fun, and they're all
yeah.
part of the same thing, right? Because you'll study and you'll be like, wow, this is such a beautiful. It's hard to not have fun when you really study and you actually learn what it's all about, and then you're
Mm,
like, wow, this is, I don't know, it makes you feel like lucky to be a part of it. That's what I
mm-hmm,
feel like when I do when I
mm-hmm,
study, and I'm like, this is
mm,
such a beautiful thing, and it's like, how can I do anything except enjoy this in like a deeper way? I'm
yeah.
like, this is actually this is I it means more to me studying it, and it's easier to have more fun. It's deeper, it's not so shallow.
Mm-hmm. For sure, man. Word up, bro. Like, yeah, it's like just appreciate it more
Mm,
than when I was a star when I was young. I would just wanna be, and now it's like more appreciated. So yeah, I just want to keep going that mind, man. Like, and yeah.
very dope, man. Well, yo, Born, shout out to you, man. It was an
Thank you,
absolute
brother.
pleasure speaking to you. You never know, maybe someday in the future we'll do a part 2. And I know my
Word.
whole crew, Northern Souls crew, appreciates it big time. Shout out to
Word up.
Ready to Rock, shout out to Rivers, MZK, all you guys. Salute.
Yo, thank you, man. Thank you.
My
Shout out to
pleasure.
you and whole crew. Yeah, you never know. We get down the person, you know what I mean? Like,
That would be super ill, man. I mean,
You
I
know?
feel like that has to happen someday. We were actually.